Welcome to North Montgomery High School tonight for our Friday night matchup. We have the North Montgomery Chargers hosting the Western Boone Stars. Hello, everybody. I'm Blake Marth on play-by-play tonight, joined by Andrew Petro on color commentary. You ready for tonight, Andrew?
Blake, I'm excited for tonight. We have ahead of us a fun matchup from two very different teams. And if you remember last year, this is the first game I commentated with you, so I'm hyped to run it back.
Absolutely. This was the first one. This one was at home last year for the Stars. Now it's here at North Montgomery. This is where it all started. That's crazy. It's been a year.
Yes, sir.
Well, you mentioned it tonight involves two very different teams. Two teams, though, coming off losses. Western Boone lost a crazy one to Tri-West last week, 26-21. North Montgomery, they lost last week to Lebanon by a final of 42-22.
We'll show you some of the notable players from these two teams now. First off, the starting quarterbacks. Ross Dyson for North Montgomery has stats of 53 passes completed, 763 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions through the air, with 260 yards and a rushing touchdown. While Brandon Potter for Webo has stats of 33 completed passes for 404 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, with 2 rushing touchdowns as well.
Defensively, we highlighted Jaden Thompson, the defensive end for North Montgomery. He has 44 total tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble, as well as 5 receptions for 58 yards on offense. Cannon Bruins, he's a whole different animal. 59 total tackles, 15 tackles for a loss, 3 sacks, 2 pass deflections. Also, 327 yards and 5 touchdowns rushing. He can really do it all for the Stars. He's been around for a long time, 4-year starter, getting some time on offense this year. And we have one more graphic for you right here. We had to give Philip Talbot his own graphic. He had a huge game last week against Tri-West, despite the Stars' narrow loss. 2 interceptions, one of which was returned for a touchdown, 2 tackles for a loss, 2 blocked extra points, 3 for 3 on kicked extra points. And he was the Max Preps Player of the Week on defense and special teams. He was really special last week and kept the Stars in it, really, until the very end. And he's one of the guys walking onto the field right now as one of the captains for Western Boone. He's number 31. You also see Carter Markham, Cannon Bruins, and Mason Tomes for the Stars out there. I'll get you starting lineups first with the North Montgomery offense. Jared Kirsch and Jaden Thompson, wide receivers on the left side. Austin Sully, the running back. Quarterback Ross Dyson, Roman Utterback, and Kelby Harwood, wide receivers. And then the offensive line, Corbin Meadows, Andy Faselli, Jacob Hughes, Israel Rose, and Jacob Rice to finish off that offensive line. We'll show you their defense now for North Montgomery. Safety, Ross Dyson, the quarterback, also plays safety. Corbin Meadows, defensive tackle, nose tackle, Jacob Rice. Jaden Thompson, we mentioned him, defensive end. Same with Jack Warren, defensive end. Connor Koopman, safety. Jared Kirsch, corner. Kelby Harwood, linebacker. Austin Sully, linebacker. Noah Hopkins, linebacker. And Gabe Schreiber, the corner for North Montgomery. Now the Western Boone offense, the away team tonight. Marcus Fortner, Mason Tomes, that wide receiver. Running back Cannon Bruins. Brandon Potter, the quarterback. Philip Talbot and Carson Saunders, wide receivers. Wyatt Dickey, Clayton Unroe, Maddox Gadbury, Gavin Prickett, and Evan Allen to round out the offensive line for Western Boone. And going to the defense now. See here, Marcus Fortner, safety. Philip Talbot at linebacker. Same with Luke Jackson and Cannon Bruins, as well as Drew Gott, all linebackers. Mason Tomes, safety. Malachi Christie, corner. Carter Markham, defensive tackle. Xander Venus, nose tackle. Jacob Smith, defensive tackle. And Dylan Sheets at corner for Western Boone. That shows you the whole offensive line, the whole starting lineup for these two teams as we get ready for tonight's matchups. Two teams 1-1 in conference. Western Boone 3-1 overall. We're 3-0 until last week's loss. North Montgomery 2-2, their conference win against Southmont, followed by the loss to Lebanon last week. Western Boone won a conference game versus Crawfordsville and lost one last week at the final minute to Tri-West. They had the lead for a lot of that game and just weren't able to finish it off. Hopefully try and rebound here tonight and try and get their second conference win of the season. Western Boone to receive. They won the toss and elected to take it, so here we go. Fumbled right out the gate, but taken back in, going to the left side, going to get a solid return.
So, Blake, I think the key tonight for both teams to try to come out on top, for Western Boone last week, I think it was their offense that sort of fell apart at times, and they didn't really get any plays going, and I think they're going to have to be consistent tonight if they want to have a chance at beating North Montgomery. Last year, this game was primarily a defensive struggle, so on that account, both teams are going to need to make sure they have a strong defense.
Carry out the bat, but immediately a flag down was going to go to Bruins. See what that one's about. That is a false start. That's going to push the Stars back 5 yards on the first play of the game. Not how they were looking to start things out here. But you mentioned it, Andrew. This was a defensive struggle last year, and the Stars offense did not score a point in the second half last week. They scored a touchdown, but it was the pick six by Philip Talbot. Had the Stars up 9 until that fourth quarter where Tri-West was able to score 2 times and come back to win the game in the final minute. Stars offense trying to get a little more consistency going here throughout the game. Start with a false start, though. Toss over to Holmes on the right side. Has nowhere to go and is immediately taken down. One of the guys there, Sol. Also Thompson, who we highlighted. The 2 guys who get the tackle. Holmes did pick up 4 on the play, and it's 2nd and 11, so better than nothing. But a big hit there on the right side. Second and 11 here. High snap, Potter brings it down, gives it to Burns. He's got wide open room. Here he goes. Can he go? Going to be tackled inside the 10-yard line. What a run right there.
You know, Blake, I guess you could say Cannon Bruins just turned the Jets on.
For sure you can. Schreiber was the guy who brought him down, but let's get the replay right here. Wide open lane in the middle of the offensive line, and Bruins takes off.
You can see he breaks through and turns those Crocs into sport mode, Blake.
Absolutely. You could even see it on the play. He goes down, he flips him forward and says, here we go.
Absolutely.
So off of a 2nd and 11, it is now 1st and goal for Western Boone inside the 10-yard line, officially on the 8. Under center is Potter, gives it over to Talbot. He's got the angle. Can he get in? He does! What a cut by Philip Talbot for the touchdown. Western Boone on the board in 1:16. What a great couple of plays there, and Western Boone immediately goes on top. And there's Talbot, who had the huge game last week. Hasn't had as many touches on offense recently. Gets one there and brings it in for the touchdown. Ready to kick his own extra point as well. Jackson on the hold. Kick is up and good. 7-0 Western Boone lead within moments here. 3 plays, and the Stars take it all the way down the field. We'll get you the replay on the touchdown. Really good play design right here. Put Talbot in motion, flip it to him, had plenty of room, ends up getting cut off a little bit, and just cutting back inside and getting into the end zone. Very good job by Western Boone, one of the easier drives they've had all year. And that's how you get going on offense to start out this game. 16, that's crazy.
Yeah, Blake, I think their strategy probably right now for Weibo is definitely to take what they learned from last week and get on top, or as we say in tennis, get hard on offense and stay hard for the rest of the game. We'll see how they do.
Absolutely, Andrew. We just don't mention what happened in yesterday's match.
Oh, that's okay, Blake. We don't even need to talk about it.
Yeah, nothing happened. There was no match yesterday. That's okay, though. You know, losing – you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to –
Yeah, don't even talk about it, Blake.
I'm actually not going to mention it.
Right now, that's the best decision you've made all night.
The best one I've made – hey, best one I made all night so far.
So far. You're right.
Sad thing is it probably won't get topped, unfortunately. Talbot, who just scored the touchdown, kicks it away. Chargers bring it in up way back there. Has some room on the left side. Pretty good return right there. And that was number 86, Roman Utterback. We highlighted him. He's one of the starters for this team. Pretty solid return for North Montgomery.
25 yards.
Gets all the way up to, I believe, the 34 is where he's going to be marked down. And North Montgomery, we mentioned Ross Dyson, the quarterback, had a solid enough game last year against Western Boone. He's had a pretty good season so far, 9 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, over 700 yards through the air. He's been pretty solid. Opening up with a run, and that goes nowhere. Luke Jackson and Drew Gott are the guys who got the pressure. And Sol was the guy who got the carry for North Montgomery, but not able to get much. Officially get about 1 yard and get maybe not even one. Actually just got back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10 right here. Takes the snap, was a low one, throws it to the outside, has a little bit of room. Solid tackle by Luke Jackson. That was to Utterback. On the screen, it was a low snap by Dyson. Good job by him to concentrate and get it. Gets the quick screen, gets a few yards to Roman Utterback, and it is 3rd down. 3rd and 6 officially right here. What do you see here, Andrew? What do you think North Montgomery goes with on this play call?
Well, Blake, you know, I'm not going to break out the crystal ball yet. This is coming from my iron mind, okay? I think that they're going to run the ball.
We'll see right here. And
just kidding.
Iron Mind is right once
Never
again.
mind.
Taken down, sack. Bruins is in there, and so was Carter Markham as well, but primarily Cannon Bruins on the sack for Western Boone. Had the big run on the offensive drive, gets the sack to end this one for North Montgomery. Well, Andrew, you're 0 for 1 so far. You got plenty of time to make it up. Hey,
absolutely.
That was your worst prediction of the night so far.
So far.
Low snap. Picks it up. Good job by him. Bounced off the ground. Tomes breaking tackle. Stays on his feet. What a run by Mason Tomes. Still going. Spins past the 45-yard line.
Blake, it seems as though Mason Tomes is a ballerina on field right now.
Certainly looked like it. You saw him twirl around 2 or 3 times. Here's the replay. Broke out of 1 tackle, broke out of 2, broke out of 3. Dodged another one. It took 4, and it took additional tacklers to take him down. Had a pretty solid return to start this game. Has another really good one. Inside the Chargers 45, officially down to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 Western Boone. Trying to extend their early lead. McKeegan and Talbot move around, switch sides. Potter still communicating the play up at the line of scrimmage. Bruins is the running back on this play. Going to start with a pass, batted down. Good play right there by Kelby Harwood to knock that one down at the line of scrimmage. So Potter's first pass of the night falls incomplete, and it brings up 2nd and 10 for Western Boone. Last few games, Brandon Potter, he's had some throws on 1st down, not as many as he had in those first couple of games on 1st down. Give him one there, gets batted down immediately by Harwood. Nice play for the North Montgomery defense. 2nd down, they hand this one to Bruins, and he gets stuffed after a gain of a few. Ran into a host of Chargers right around the 40-yard line, so it looks like a gain of about 4. Gives the ball at the 40-yard line, 3rd down. And 3rd and 7 officially, so a gain of 3 there. So we'll see what Coach Justin Pelly and the Stars staff comes up with right here. Trying to convert and trying to get back up with another score in the first quarter here. Potter hands it off to Bruins. He's got room on the left side. First down and more. Goes out of bounds past the 25-yard line. Great run by Cannon Bruins. Picks up about 16 or 17 right there for the first down. Get you that replay right here. Bruins just found all the room on the left side. Fortner goes over to make a block. Gets the Stars inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. They go with another sweep play. This one to Tomes again. Couldn't find as much room right there, and a good tackle right there by Jaden Thompson, who we highlighted in the pregame. Brings up 2nd and 5 for Western Boone. Even on these shorter-looking plays, still able to pick up a good, solid chunk of yards, and that's definitely how the Stars would like to keep it. They normally do like to keep it on the ground for the most part. Definitely more of a rushing team than a passing team. North Montgomery, meanwhile, has more passing yards than rushing yards this year, though they're fairly even on both sides.
And, Blake, I feel like that seems to be a continuation of the strategy by Coach Justin Pelly that he used with Rowan Durbin. Definitely going for more rushing yards than passes, don't you think?
Absolutely. Timeout here by Western Boone. Wanted to discuss what to do on this play. And you're right. We talked about it on some of these other broadcasts, the difference between Brandon Potter and Rowan Durbin. Rowan Durbin used him on the ground a little bit more, not as much through the air. Brandon Potter definitely using him more in the passing game, but not as much on the ground. Has a couple of rushing touchdowns, but for the most part just only keeps the ball on rare occasions. We saw, I think, one designed run for him last week against the Bruins. And other than that, like on all the statistical sheets, he has negative rushing yards just because of the sacks, but sacks he takes bring the rushing yards down. But in terms of true rushing yards, it's still fairly low, especially compared to what Rowan Durbin did last year. I believe, off the top of my head, he had over 1,000. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I believe that's about what he had.
And you know, Blake, that's about 1,000 more than I have right now. Working on it, though.
Working on it?
Absolutely. I play football on the weekends.
Oh, nice. You want to go into the big leagues? You just sticking with high school?
Well, I don't know, because I also play basketball on the weekends, Blake. I'm a multi-sport athlete.
Oh, nice. You going to get drafted to the NBA or the NFL or anything?
Well, I'm definitely going to get drafted. Might not be to a sport team.
Potter throws, incomplete, overthrown. Saunders was who he was going for. Falls incomplete.
Seems, Blake, that in many of these games, Potter has needed a little bit of a warm-up for his passes. In the early game, he seems to be a little bit more inconsistent, but as they go on, he gets more comfortable on the field.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. As the game goes on, he's been definitely more effective. We saw it last week. He was more effective through the air in the late game than the early game. Bruins got the handoff and not going to get anywhere there. That makes it 4th down right there. Going to be about 4th and 2. Kept it on the ground with Bruins. 6-17 the count in the first quarter. 7-0 Western Boone. Trying to keep this drive alive. A couple of yards away from doing so. Nearly got the jump for North Montgomery. Changes the play at the line. Hand off to Bruins. Got it. First down, Western Boone. Picked up about 3. Gets what he needed.
Blake, the Stars are closing in on the North Montgomerys. I just had a brain fart, Blake.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I was not going to point it out to you, but if you wanted to see it.
Blake, you're going to leave me out here hanging. Save me, Blake.
I mean, I was just.
They're
I wasn't going to embarrass
by the North
you,
Montgomery Chargers end zone. There I go.
By the North Montgomerys.
Blake, you know how much of a football fanatic I am.
Absolutely.
That's such a rare occasion for me to have such a brain fart, you know.
Markham got the handoff, got the toss to the outside, picks up a few. And, yeah, you're right. That's one of the few times I've ever heard you have a brain fart. One of them, only other one I can think of was earlier when you called the run instead of the pass. But
Oh, my bad, Blake.
yeah, you're an offensive genius, though, so it's all right.
I absolutely am. Speaking of genius and football, did you know that I did play my first game of Madden 2 weeks ago?
I do know because you told me about 20 minutes ago.
No, you're not supposed to say that on the microphone. You're supposed to act surprised.
Oh, wow, I didn't hear about this. But tell me next play. Tell me next play.
Absolutely.
And I'll pitched it to the left side to Talbot. That one's not going to get much. Picks up a few. Tried to get tricky on that one, as Potter kept it and then pitched it to the left side to Talbot. Picked up maybe a couple, but it's third down for Western Boone. And another critical down right here for Western Boone. Now they're definitely within makeable range for a field goal for Philip Talbot. Do they play it conservative and stay on the ground? Do they go for a pass? Interesting decision to see here.
I think they go for a pass, Blake.
Well, not right there, although that one actually I would have said the same, Andrew, so I can't give you too much.
Well, at least I'm consistent. I'm 0 for 2.
That was a run to Talbot on the left side. Did not get the first. It is fourth down. Looks like the Stars want to go for it here. See officially what the yardage is. Looks like fourth and about a long 2 right here that Western Boone would need to pick up the first down. They're at the 5-yard line. Potter going to change the play at the line, or at least go through his cadence there. Pitch to the right side. Not going to go anywhere. And taken down. Not going to get the first down. Looked like he came about a yard short. That was Mason Tomes. And in terms of who made the play there, we'll get you the replay. Tried to go with a similar play to the one they gave to Talbot just on the other side. Did not go anywhere. Chargers got that one right there. I believe Corbin Meadows was one of the guys there. Thompson might have been the other to make the big hit. And North Montgomery, good news for them. They get the ball on offense after the stop by the defense. Bad news for them. They're at their own 5-yard line, so they have to drive almost the length of the field here if they want to score. But definitely a disappointing result for Western Boone to end the second drive of the game. Tried to go up 13-0 and stay up 7-0. Dyson back near his own end zone. Got to be careful right here. Just decides to hand it off. Picks up a few yards right there. That's Austin Soul, the running back. Picked up solid chunky yards right there. Looks like he got about 4 yards, so 4 or 3 rather. And going to be 2nd and 7 is the official mark. 7-6, pretty much the same thing, right?
Basically the same thing, Blake. We're very much numbers people here.
Absolutely. Dyson to the left side. That one's caught. Ball came out, and going to call it incomplete. It was so quick that they say that number 82, Jared Kirsch, never had solid possession of the ball, so they call it incomplete. It looked like the right call. Broken up right off the bat right there. 3rd down and 7. 3:17 in the first quarter. Chargers trailing 7-0, trying to put a drive together. Dyson throw over the middle is caught for the first down. Solid throw there. Kelby Harwood with the reception for North Montgomery and gets a Chargers first down.
It's a nice cleanup from the last play, Blake.
Absolutely. The near turnover, if it had been fully possessed there, turned into a first down for North Montgomery. Very good play. Getting to their own 17, so drive started at their own 5. They've gained 12 so far. Dyson keeps that one himself, has room up the middle. He's still going. What a run right there. Gets near the 40-yard line. Here's a replay. Looked like a couple of ball fakes right there. It was Utterback who he faked it to on the jet sweep. Bruins with the tackle right there at the 40-yard line. And North Montgomery moving the ball for the first time tonight. Quick handoff to the left side, going nowhere. That was Austin Soul, the primary running back, who got the carry and was not able to get anything, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. And Philip Talbot, the Max Preps player of the game, one of several stars in there early on that play. Just about 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1. 2nd and 10. North Montgomery Stars have the 7-0 lead after a minute 16 touchdown drive for them to start this game. Sweep over to the left side, got some room. Near the first down, might be just a tad short. That was Noah Hopkins, number 44 for North Montgomery. It is 3rd down and 1, a solid play right there. Had 2 backs, did Dyson, gave it over to Hopkins, who was on his right side. 3rd down and about 1 for North Montgomery. There's a flag down. It's going to be a false start. That's huge.
On who?
Goes against the Chargers there. Going to make it now 3rd and 6 instead. Much more difficult to convert. And Andrew, we've seen stuff like that. Some of these penalties for these teams have really hurt them at times, and that's one critical for North Montgomery.
Absolutely, Blake. And I know I haven't done many games with you yet this year, only the second one, but I remember last year there were several games that were very much dependent on the penalties for each team.
Dyson looking to throw on 3rd down, has some time, now going to just run up the middle and not going to get much, maybe picks up a yard or 2, ended up falling forward for a solid enough gain. See there some of the stars in that pile. I saw Fortner and I also saw Jacob Smith, as well as Wyatt Dickey, I believe, as he runs off the field now. 4th down and 4. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Chargers looking to go for a punt right here. Low snap. Picks it up, solid punt by Kirsch. Fortner onto the right side. Good return once again. Gets near the 35. Had a couple nice moves on that play. 12 seconds in this quarter.
Blake, as a football expert, I think it's time to break out the crystal ball.
Oh boy, what's this about?
My crystal ball is saying, now that the Stars have the ball, that they are going to go for a Hail Mary.
Why would they do this?
Why would they not, Blake? Tell me.
Because they have a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Why would they do this?
You know, Blake, as a Madden expert, sometimes it's just fun to go for a Hail Mary.
So was that the play you went for on every drive?
At least 50% of them.
All righty. Well, not going to go with the Hail Mary right here. Bruins with a solid gain past the 40-yard line. It's going to take us to the end of quarter number 1, so we're going to take you to a quick break here. We'll be back with WBTV Sports right after this.
Cast is brought to you in part by Collins Equipment. Located in Thorntown, Collins Equipment specializes in high-quality used tractors, trucks, and equipment. You can reach Chris Collins at 317-347-0074 or at collinseq@yahoo.com. You can visit their website at collinseq.com as well. Contact Collins Equipment today.
If your car's not running like it should, make sure you bring it to Beasley Automotive, located at 321 South Front Street in Thorntown. Locally owned by Weibo grad Brayton Beasley, that's Beasley Automotive and Performance Repair.
Welcome back. Western Boone with a 7-0 lead over North Montgomery here. Ball at their own 40, flipping sides of the field right now. The Chargers had a pretty solid drive going and then ended up ending after a false start, pushed it back 5 yards on 3rd and 1, made it 3rd and 6. Ross Dyson, the quarterback, unable to pick up the first on the ground. Chargers had to punt it away, and Bruins, after the solid pickup, it's now 2nd and 4 for Western Boone in this second quarter. We have yet to see a completed pass for Western Boone, but they still have the lead, 7-0. Potter's back with Jacob Smith next to him. He's going to keep it. He is going to throw it here. That one is dropped by Tomes. And I just about said that would be the first completion, but that one dropped incomplete. Haven't seen a completed pass yet so far on what was looking to be a screen over to Mason Tomes on the left side. 3rd down and 4 yards to go right here. 11:56 in the second quarter. Stars 7-0 lead over the Chargers. Potter under center right here. On 3rd down. Going to fake it, going to keep it. Has immediate pressure over to the rough side. Sacked on the play. And that was Kelby Harwood, who broke past the Western Boone offensive line on that right side and got the sack on Brandon Potter, who you can see here faked it both to McKeegan and Jacob Smith and got taken down almost immediately. Great play by Harwood to get the sack and force 4th down and long and force a punt for Western Boone. So Philip Talbot going to punt this one away.
Well, Blake, bold prediction. I think he's going to punt it.
Well, good prediction, as
I am now 1 for 3.
Hey, congratulations. You made the prediction as it happened, but I'll give it to you. Get you on the board.
Thank you, Blake. Scoreboard. For my predictions.
We're all proud of you, Andrew.
Why, thank you.
We're all proud of you for it only taking about almost the full first quarter for you to mention that crystal ball, but I'll let you go ahead and leave that one tucked away for a little bit until you need it. So
I've got to let the crystal ball rest a little bit. Can't overuse it.
Absolutely.
Gets tired too. You know, that crystal ball, that's a fart smeller. Or sorry, a smart fella.
There's no way you said that on air. Alrighty. Well, anyway. Smart fella is that crystal ball. We'll see what Dyson does on this one. Over to the right side, going to pick up a few yards there. Tomes and Markham on the tackle, as well as Luke Jackson. Picks up about 2, 2nd and 8 officially here for North Montgomery. Right around their own 30-yard line. Dyson takes it, going to throw it to the outside. That one is caught, and getting a first down. Not able to bring him down is Western Boone. What a run there. See the replay here. Malachi Christie brought him down eventually. Got past Mason Tomes. What a play by Kelby Harwood to get the first down and get into Western Boone territory for the first time today for the Chargers. At the Western Boone 48-yard line, it's 1st down and 10. With just about 10 minutes left to go in this quarter. Quick throw to Dyson, wide open over the middle, and getting another first down was Roman Utterback. Almost looked like he kind of stopped himself right there, but gets a first down again, and a solid throw from Ross Dyson to a wide open
Chargers
Roman
are starting
Utterback.
to gain a little momentum, and it's what they've been looking for up to this point so far in the game.
Definitely have been waiting for that first huge play right there on offense. Had the sack on defense. Dyson back to throw it again. Has plenty of time now, starting to run out of it. Goes to the right side. Just going to have to pick up a few on the ground as he had pressure in his face. Drew Gott, Jacob Smith, and Cannon Bruins all around him. Could not find an open man down the field. Had time to begin it. Started to improvise towards the end and picks up a couple of yards, make it 2nd and 8 for North Montgomery. Offensive line has held up at times. That was definitely one of those plays right there. They held up for quite a while. Dyson going to run it on the left side himself. Pitched it over, and it's dropped, and that is a lateral, so he's got to get on top of it. So, with that, Noah Hopkins, who lost what was essentially a fumble, picked it up, and it rolled past the first down mark, and that gives North Montgomery the strangest first down that they've seen in a little while.
Definitely, as a football fanatic, the strangest first down I've seen, Blake.
Absolutely. Normally, and for a second there, I nearly called it incomplete, but since it was behind him, he did have to get on top of that, and he did a really good job to make up for his mistake on the pitch, dropping it, but getting on top and getting the first down. A really good play by Hopkins. Dyson back to pass, has some time now, he's going to run out of it. Trying to just get away, does get away for a second there. Going to the left side, flag down. He gets near the first down mark. We'll see if this one holds up. So we'll have to see, and looks like that one's going to come back though. See officially what the penalty is for, but North Montgomery backing up. Looks like a hold. That's going to bring him back quite a bit right there. Dyson, still got to give him credit. That was an amazing play to get away from multiple Western Boone defenders, including Drew Gott and Wyatt Dickey, who were on the chase, and got away and got what would have been a first down, but the holding call does bring it back.
And Blake, as we were talking, that type of penalty for the North Montgomery Chargers, that's detrimental to their momentum right now.
Absolutely. That makes it now 1st and 20 as they were starting to gain just a little bit more momentum. Would have been into the red zone. Not able to do it right there. 1st and 20, though. They still have the ball on the Western Boone side. Dyson looking to pass. Goes over to the right side. Has a man wide open on the right side. Has room on the right side. Just gets pushed out of bounds. And that was Austin Soul, the running back out of the backfield. Gets very close to the first down. 2nd down and 2 now, an 18-yard gain. Dyson does a good job looking around and seeing that Soul's open. Fortner eventually pushed him out of bounds, so 2nd and 2. So after all that, momentum starting to swing a little bit back towards the Chargers on this drive. Dyson with the handoff here over to the left side. What a tackle by Mason Tomes, rather. My apologies. See there, that was Noah Hopkins on the handoff. We'll see what this penalty is for. There was a flag on the play. Tomes made the tackle. He got the immediate pursuit on Hopkins. Going to see what this one's about. Officials talking it over. It's going to be a face. Okay, so the 2 face masks on the play, 1 by each team. That's going to offset the play, and they're going to replay 2nd down right there. Took a second because they were sorting out, I guess, different penalties they had called, 1 against each team. So after all that, that play was a wash. Might actually help out North Montgomery as they don't have that loss to a 3rd down. Now they just had that 2nd down again. 8-11 in the 2nd quarter. Stars up 7-0, but Chargers driving now into the red zone of Western Boone. Flag down, going to be a false start on North Montgomery. And that's going to bring him back again. Andrew, another one of these penalties that's really hurt North Montgomery. They've had a few of them. That's a second false start that's pushed him back on a short play. And they also had the hold earlier.
Yeah, Blake, they're really starting to add up. And just as we thought they were getting very close, you know, a couple minutes ago they were pushed back to 1st and 20, and now they're all the way back to 2nd and 7.
After that 18-yard gain, offsetting penalties, then a false start. Pushed him back to 2nd and 7 here. Dyson looking to throw. Has his man. It's an Utterback again. Gets the first down inside the 10-yard line, near the 5. And the Stars are having some trouble stopping the North Montgomery passing game here. Makes it 1st and goal for North Montgomery. And mark it at the Western Boone 8-yard line. Dyson in shotgun with the back behind him. It's 1st and goal. Hands it off. Easy touchdown for North Montgomery. That's Austin Soul who got the carry. And an easy touchdown on the left side. And there's a man down for North Montgomery on the field as well. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. I think I might have heard somebody say he might have run into one of his own guys. He is up now, so that's good to see. That's Corbin Meadows for North Montgomery. Cale Anderson goes in. Walking over to the sideline is Meadows, so that's good to see. North Montgomery getting a touchdown here. We're just going to see what they go for here. Looks like they're going to go 4-2, opting not to kick it right here. Notice that when looking at them a little bit earlier. North Montgomery really don't go for place kicks. They really just go for 2-point conversions most of the time. So we'll see how the Western Boone defense responds to the first opponent they've had this year that's really opted to do that. Dyson with the back to his left. Hands it off. Soul is close. He got in, though. Soul gets in. And North Montgomery with the lead here, 8-7. First, we'll show you this touchdown by Soul. He gets to the left side. Got past Drew Gott on the play, who nearly made the tackle and gets into the end zone.
Blake, the Stars are definitely having trouble so far with their defense. What do you think they're going to need to do to get that closed up?
Well, I think certainly just going to need to tighten up some of the coverage on these shorter routes. Really, that's where Ross Dyson has done well so far, is throwing the ball in the middle of the field on these shorter routes and being able to get guys open. Just have to make sure to tighten the coverage a little bit, does the Western Boone defense. If they can do that, it can make it a lot more difficult for Dyson. Stars now down 1. The offense going to need a solid drive to try and take back the lead. You know, it was pretty similar last year. North Montgomery was in that game late against Western Boone. In fact, I think they actually had the lead almost going to the half, and then there was, I believe, a kick return touchdown that gave Western Boone all the momentum, and they took it in the second half and really ran away with it. So still plenty of time, but definitely a promising drive for North Montgomery as they get the touchdown and take their first lead of the game after the very early Western Boone touchdown drive, and nothing since for the offense. Can get right down the middle right there. Fortner's got it. Pretty good return. Still going. Gets near the 35-yard line. Solid stuff right there for Marcus Fortner, who's been dangerous on some of these returns. Him and Mason Tomes have made a pretty good duo in terms of the return game. So Brandon Potter and the offense go back out there.
Go on, CJ!
We'll see how the Stars respond after the first score of the game from North Montgomery. 1st and 10, officially at the 33-yard line, their own 33-yard line. Potter with the handoff to Bruins, picks up a solid chunk. Even when Bruins gets hit early, still able to, most of the time, get a couple extra yards on the ground. 2nd down and 6. And that was Kelby Harwood who got the tackle for North Montgomery. Second down and 6 for Western Boone. Potter under center goes over to Talbot on the left side and doesn't pick much up, but there's going to be a flag, and that's going to, looks like. See here, Sol had the tackle for North Montgomery. We'll see what this penalty's for. Defensive face mask penalty. And there's another one, Andrew. Another first down now for Western Boone, it looks like. Yeah, first down for Western Boone. That gives them 15 additional yards. And Andrew, another mistake by North Montgomery. It's really helped keep Western Boone close in this game. Some of these penalties, especially that one, to give Western Boone a first down.
Yeah, Blake, that definitely isn't something that North Montgomery wants to happen. However, it might be quite the opposite for Western Boone in the sense that maybe Brandon Potter may feel more comfortable with the ball now that he is on their side of the field.
Absolutely. Now into Chargers territory. Handoff. Bruins got a first down. There's a flag down. We'll see what this one's about.
There is another flag on the play.
It's going to be an offensive hold, this one against Western Boone. That's going to push them back into their own territory once again. Backs them up 5 yards. Pushes them back to their own 47. A lot of penalties so far in this game. We had a fairly clean game last week at times between Tri-West and Western Boone. Western Boone's been pretty good with dealing with penalties this season. That was, I believe, the first one of the night against them, except for that offsetting earlier. Potter's going to keep and throw it to the right side over to Philip Talbot. Going to give a pretty good pickup. Gets near the 42-yard line. Philip Talbot with a solid pickup there. Actually stepped out a little bit sooner than I had originally seen, so still a good pickup though. Second and much more manageable over to the North Montgomery 45-yard line. You see, Andrew, that was the first completed pass that Brandon Potter's had so far.
All it takes is one, Blake.
Absolutely, just got to get him a little more confidence in the passing game. Handoff, Bruins picks up 5 more and going to get to the 40-yard line. It's 3rd down and about 3 yards. Western Boone trying to respond to what was a very good touchdown drive from North Montgomery. After a long break, the Western Boone offense has come back out on the field, and it gets a 3rd and 3 at the 40-yard line. Handoff, Bruins going to get the first down.
First down for Western Boone on the Bruins carry.
He gets down to the 35-yard line. Another 5-yard pickup. Bruins has been picking them up, Andrew, in 5-yard chunks. He's been very hard to stop. Gets the first down.
Seems like a common theme throughout these games, Blake. Cannon Bruins, he's been a star player on offense, defense. Wherever you can look on the field, he's there.
Over 300 rushing yards in his first season as the Stars' primary back. Very impressive through just 4 games, and of course all those defensive stats as well. This one, the handoff is to Jacob Smith. And he got a good chunk. Picks up 8 or 9 yards here, I believe. Going to be 9-yard gain for Jacob Smith. Getting him involved after a few plays by Bruins at the running back position. Now 2nd and 1 with about 4:45 to go in this quarter. Brandon Potter trying to get the Stars down the field. Fakes the sweep, now going deep downfield. This one is broken up. I believe Jared Kirsch made the breakup. And that was Markham who nearly had the catch. Potter tried to go downfield. It was in Markham's hands but broken up. A great job by Kirsch right there. So now 3rd and 1. Stars elected to go for a shot play right there on 2nd and 1. Now 3rd and 1. Feel like they just got to pick this one up. Potter, quick handoff. Big hit. But going to get the first down is Cannon Bruins. And it was Jaden Thompson who made the hit, I believe. Might have been Austin Soul. Might be getting my numbers confused here. First down. Now down to the 29-yard line. The 24-yard line, rather, is the Western Boone offense. Potter's going to look and try and pass it again. This one, a short one over to Markham, who has his catch now, has plenty of room. Gets down near the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Western Boone. Get the replay right here. And a good design. Markham didn't get his catch earlier. Gets it now on the short one. Going to get around the 5-yard line. And Soul brought him down there. 1st and goal, Western Boone. Handoff. That one going not to count. There is a flag on the play. It's an offensive false start, so going to bring him back. Bruins might have gotten the touchdown right there had that one counted, but the play never really started. As an immediate flag goes against Western Boone as a 1st and 10, or 1st down and goal at the 10 now instead of the 5. So Andrew now down this 10-yard line. What do you expect to see from the Stars? Do you expect more runs?
Blake, I think I do expect more runs. I'm playing it safe right now. Seems to be their best bet, most consistent. And right now they need this. Following by 1 point.
Toss it over to Tomes on the right side. What a tackle! And that was Austin Soul, number 10, with a big tackle for loss. So there's a flag now as well. We're going to see it'll be a 2nd down play if that one stays around. And so the referees decide to pick up the flag, say that that penalty did not actually happen, the one that they might have seen. So 2nd and goal now at the 12-yard line. 3:24 right at the goal line. They were initially right about 5 yards back. Now Western Boone, a false start and a loss of 2.
Still, Blake, I think I'm going to stick to my guns. I think their best bet here is to run the ball.
I think you're right on this down, especially on 2nd down, trying to pick up some extra yards, even if it does stick them at 3rd down and goal. That's what they'll do. They hand it off to Bruins, gets to the right side, and he is, well, he got in, but there's a flag once again. So many flags to start this game out, and it's an offensive hold against Western Boone, and that one is critical. Bruins might not have gotten into the end zone if it weren't for that hold, so we'll see if Western Boone can recover from that one. Now they're pushed even further back on second down, and now I would be a little bit surprised if they don't at least fake out perhaps a pass on this one. But we'll see, as it's second and goal at the 22, first and goal at the 5, and now penalties and yards lost. Second and goal at the 22-yard line, not even in the red zone now are the Stars. And a quick timeout called by North Montgomery right before the snap. 2:55 here. So, Andrew, there's been a lot of penalties in this game, and we've seen it. North Montgomery's had them go against them, and it's hurt them at times. Now Western Boone having the same thing happen to them on this drive.
Yeah, it's absolutely ramped up tremendously in the second quarter, and the Stars were extremely close to that second touchdown, getting more points on the board, but just because of those penalties, they're now much, much farther.
Absolutely. You see the huddle right here for the Stars. Coach Justin Pelly looked a little animated for a second there, trying to fire up his guys, make sure that these penalties get cleaned up. They've had opportunities. Remember that catch by Carter Markham that got him all the way down to the 5-yard line. And ever since then, it's been, first it was a false start, which pushed him back to the 10, and then a loss of 2 on second down, and then a loss of 10 on that penalty, that hold. And now Western Boone stuck in a second down and long scenario.
Yeah, it's a shame for the Stars that they weren't able to continue it after that pass, but it's definitely what North Montgomery was looking for, that deep in their zone.
See how the Stars respond to this one. Still second and goal. Get this one officially at the 14-yard line. Quick throw by Potter. That one overthrown, incomplete.
You know, Blake, it might just be because Brandon Potter's a little too strong.
Maybe. That might be what it was about. Marcus Fortner tripped on the play. Some of the Western Boone fans in attendance a little upset that there was no flag. It looked like he just tripped, though, on that one. Did not, at least from our angle, did not look like pass interference. Potter just maybe didn't even overthrow that one, but Fortner falling down made it uncatchable for sure. Third down here, just going to keep it up the middle. Play it pretty conservative here on third down. Going to try and set up, it looks like a field goal attempt, you would think. Well, maybe.
One would think, Blake.
Brandon Potter's staying out there, so they're at the 10. It's fourth and goal at the 10-yard line. Do the Stars go for it here?
You know, Blake, I think they go for it. A decisive move.
We'll see. They're out there right now. They're looking at the sideline. They could just be trying to wind some time down before calling a timeout potentially. It looks like that is what they're going to do, as there are only 5 seconds left on the play clock. So they'll call a timeout, we can assume right here, and they do Western Boone. Let's go ahead and see what they decide to do here. Quickly here. Western Boone now, big decision. I would definitely expect the Stars to try and kick a field goal here to try and take the lead, but we've seen Coach Justin Pelly, make some very difficult calls at times. But this one, they are going to go for the field goal here, so they'll send Philip Talbot out. Only had one field goal attempt this season. It was a miss in the game against Crawfordsville, but he's been nearly perfect on extra points throughout the season. Western Boone sent the field goal unit out quickly. North Montgomery getting a second to set up. Trying to block this one.
Don't jump! Do not jump!
Talbot here with the kick. And it is drilled. Good. Great kick by Philip Talbot. And he puts the Stars back in the lead, 10-8. And I believe that was a 27-yard field goal on the right hash. So with that, we're going to take a very quick break and be right back with WBTV Sports after this.
Since 1901, Home National Bank has been part of our community. Through the years, Home National Bank has strived to meet all financial needs of their customers. Home National Bank has 2 convenient locations in Thorntown and Lebanon.
Jay's Repair Service is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports and Anything Western Boone. Jay's Repair Service is your one-stop shop for all of your car and truck needs. They even work on diesels and buses. Go see Jason and Tyler Latham at Jay's Repair Service in Thorntown, or you can give them a call at 765-336-9266.
The MacDonald Realty Group is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Give Matt and the rest of his Talk to Tucker team a call for all your real estate needs. Proudly serving all of Central Indiana with offices in Zionsville. Go with the experienced team. Go with the MacDonald Realty Group.
Welcome back here. It's a 10-8 Western Boone lead after the 27-yard field goal by Philip Talbot just now on a drive that got the Stars down to the 5-yard line, and a lot of penalties have really hurt Western Boone. Hurt them on that drive. Kick return here, solid one for the Chargers as they get near the 30-yard line. But that drive, Andrew, got all the way down to the 5-yard line, and penalties kept backing the Stars up. They eventually got to a 4th and goal at the 10 and had to kick the field goal.
Yeah, and I think I speak for the both of us and everyone here at the game. We're hoping for maybe a cleaner game as it goes on.
Absolutely. A lot of penalties on both sides of the ball. Have not seen that much this season in the games we've done for Western Boone, and this has definitely been the one with the most so far, at least in a half. Had quite a few last week, the Stars and the Bruins did, and this week they've continued that with a lot of penalties for both these teams to hurt them both. Dyson takes a snap. Going to keep it himself, not going to get much. Picks up a few yards there. The initial ball fake was to Noah Hopkins, who's made some big plays.
At least get the clock running.
Minute 40 here. Dyson wants to go back and pass. Goes over to the right side. That one is caught. A great catch by Roman Utterback. Takes them very close. It's going to be officially 3rd down and short for North Montgomery. 3rd and about 1 yard. Out of shotgun. Dyson looking to pass. This one is complete for a 1st down. Harwood gets the 1st down. I believe it was Dylan Sheets, if I'm not mistaken, who made the tackle there, but a 1st down on the quick toss to the right side. Decided to go with a pass out of shotgun there. Interesting decision. It works out great for North Montgomery as they get to the 44-yard line. Minute 10 remaining. Dyson looking around. Now going to go to the left side. Just gets rid of it out of bounds. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Dyson made the smart decision to get rid of it right there. Couldn't find a man open and just gets rid of it after going to the left side. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. A minute 2 left. Chargers trying to get down the field to try and score and take the lead going to the halftime. They will get the ball to start half number 2 as Western Boone elected to receive in the first half. Dyson looking to pass once again. He takes it, he's looking around, he's going to go over the middle. It is caught, bobbled and caught for a second there. That was Utterback once again. He's been the best receiver on the field so far. Get you the very quick replay if we can. Pass it over the middle. Next play, Dyson looking back, getting around, sacked on the play. That one, Wyatt Dickey with the sack right there. Apologies there replay cut a little longer than anticipated. A huge sack by Wyatt Dickey for Western Boone, number 79. Broke through and got the pressure. Makes it a very long second down. Looks like 2nd and 20, a 10-yard loss, just about. Andrew, they maybe got a little too greedy on that one. Dyson took a little too much time, was not able to get rid of it, and it was Wyatt Dickey who got the sack for Western Boone.
True. Great moves for the Stars, and Dyson was hoping to follow up those other great passes with another, but just took too much time.
Meanwhile, that timeout, by the way, was taken by North Montgomery. Interesting now on 2nd and 20, deciding to take the timeout. Western Boone's got 2 left. 1 left for the Chargers here, trying to see if they can put anything together before the end of the half. Dyson in shotgun. Single back behind him. Looking back to pass once again. He's going to go way downfield on this one. That's going to get called for pass interference right there. The stumble on the play was Tomes, who was in coverage, and it was Jared Curse who was the intended target. So we'll get that replay so you can see it right here. The interference happened a little earlier than we'd seen on that replay. It was a tug by Tomes, it looked like. Either a tug or he bumped right into the back of him. It won't be a first down, but it will be a gain of 15. 2nd down and 5 at the 40-yard line. That's going to help North Montgomery tremendously as they try and get down the field and score again before the half. 42 seconds remain. They have 1 timeout left. Stars have 1 as well. Or 2, rather. Stars have 2. Dyson looking back to pass, going downfield. That one broke it up. Incomplete. And it was Malachi Christie with the deflection. Curse, the intended receiver on that one as well. 3rd and 5. And a great play by Christie. We've seen him make a few of those throughout the season. Stars trying to get the stop before half and just go into the locker room with the lead. Chargers trying, of course, to do the opposite, try and carry some momentum. They will get the ball to start the first half, or the second half. Dyson looking back, not much time, throws it. It is just out of reach of Roman Utterback. He had immediate pressure, just kind of threw it in the area and just missed Utterback on that one. Incomplete. 4th and 5 here. 35 seconds left. Stars have 2 timeouts. See, it looks like they're going to try and go for it right here, it looks like. On 4th and 5. Dyson out of shotgun, single back behind him. Looking to pass, goes downfield. This one is. Did he catch it? What a catch! Unbelievable.
It's incredible
Down to
for the Chargers.
2-yard line, Kelby Harwood. Look at this one again. Heck of a throw as well.
Now he's out of bounds. The clock shouldn't be running.
Out of reach right there. What a great job by Harwood to get that one in bounds. Dyson trying to run the option play. What a tackle. Oh, going to get out of it, but still going to get the tackle eventually.
Tackle for a loss. It'll be timeout.
So that one didn't work out quite as well. Jacob Smith for the Stars made one of the tackles. He made the final tackle on that play. That one really wasn't open.
What a pass, though, Blake.
Absolutely.
My goodness.
Definitely the best pass so far by Dyson way downfield, and obviously an awesome catch it was by Harwood. He kind of jumped over Sheets on that play, got all the way down to the 2-yard line. So now it's going to be 2nd and goal. That actually moved him back to the 5-yard line. Just getting our timeouts adjusted right there. So North Montgomery took their last one. Western Boone had 2 and incorrectly had them at 1 for a little while there. Stars do have 2. Not sure it's going to matter at this point. 20 seconds left. They're just trying to get a stop at the goal line. I'd be a little surprised if we don't see some passes from Dyson here, Andrew, especially since an incomplete pass would stop the clock if it does come to that.
Absolutely. Especially with that one pass. He must be feeling pretty confident right now.
Absolutely. 2nd goal at the 5-yard line. 20 seconds left. Dyson looking to the right side. Going to scramble forward. Can they get to him? Dyson gets in for the touchdown. Right up the gut. And North Montgomery takes back the lead with 13 seconds left to go in this half. That was a great run by Dyson, who found the open lane in the middle and just was able to get in for the touchdown. North Montgomery wanting to go for 2 here once again and try and make it a 6-point lead. This Western Boone defense has really struggled at times, especially on that 4th and 5, the given up catch down at the 2-yard line. It was a 38-yard completion and then the touchdown run by Dyson to give the Chargers the lead. Going to keep it himself, not going to get there though. Great tackle there by Luke Jackson and Carter Markham, who make the play. It was a pretty solid fake as well from Dyson, but Jackson and Markham were not fooled. So with that 13 seconds left, and I would be surprised if that is not the score going into halftime. Andrew, how about Ross Dyson so far tonight? He's looked very, very good through the air.
It's definitely been the highlight of the night. Ross Dyson, great throws and running it himself. Seems right now he's on top of the field.
Absolutely. I can't think of the words right now. My mind is jumbled. He is definitely the #1 presence on all these plays. "13 seconds are left as Stars look around puzzled, because it looks like they're going to trail at the half for the first time this season. They've had the halftime lead in all 4 of their games, including last week's loss to Tri-West when they held the lead. It was a 14-12 lead they had then.
On the ground, Kelby, on the ground. Good.
Low kick. Brought in. Sheets not going to get much right there. 6 seconds left on the clock once it stops. And would be pretty surprised if Western Boone doesn't just kneel this out and accept that they're going to go in the halftime down. Western Boone's offense really hurt themselves with those penalties on that second drive, that second scoring drive. Did get a field goal, but could have had more. And North Montgomery was able to properly capitalize and get the touchdown run from Dyson. Might be adjusting the clock right here. In the end, I don't think it'll make too huge of a difference. Looks like Western Boone is going to kneel this one and accept that they're going to have some work to do at the half. Potter takes a knee. And in this half, North Montgomery with the 14-10 lead over Western Boone. It's been a very competitive night, and the Chargers have really done a great job. We'll get you to halftime here, and we'll discuss this when we come back here on WBTV Sports.
Defender Pilot Service is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Ron Mahoy is a graduate of Western Boone and the owner. He is the right choice to keep you and your oversized loads safe on the highways. Veteran-owned and a retired law enforcement officer, Ron has been dedicated to serving our country and community for his entire life. Give him a call at 765-336-9015 or send him an email at
IGH Steel is a local family-owned company that provides all of your metal cutting, powder coating, fabricating, and even all your welding needs. IGH Steel has been serving Central Indiana since 2009. Give Scott, Penny, John, and Jim Nyrider a call at 765-482-7534. That's IGH Steel.
WBTV would like to give a special thanks to Nick Throkeld for being a longtime sponsor of the Western Boone Radio TV class. And just like Nick's dedication to Western Boone, he's dedicated to making sure all your insurance needs are taken care of. Give Nick a call at Ellinger Riggs Insurance for all your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. That's Ellinger Riggs Insurance at 765-790-4365.
Thanks to JL Hardwood and Flooring Restorations for making this broadcast possible. Our friends at JL Hardwood and Flooring Restorations do custom inlays, refinishing, laminate, and vinyl plank flooring. Give Jesse and Kristen a call at 765-894-5978 or check them out on Facebook. That's JL Hardwood.
Welcome back. Right before the second half here between North Montgomery and Western Boone, it's a 14-10 North Montgomery lead here. Got about 2 minutes until we're going to kick off to the second half. The Chargers will get the ball as well, so they're up 4, and they will get a chance to try and go up even more. Andrew, we've seen Ross Dyson be impressive through the air. Tell us about that play downfield, the 38-yard
Blake,
pass.
I am not going to lie, that was very, very impressive. Even from where we're sitting, I didn't even know if that was a good pass or not. And then, well, it was called good, and that was a crazy pass, Blake. And then he ran that in for a touchdown himself. He's been doing great tonight.
Absolutely. That was the 38-yard completion. It was 4th and 5 at the Stars 40 with, I believe, about 40 seconds left or so in the half. And Dyson threw a great pass down the right sideline to the 2-yard line, and it was Kelby Harwood who came down with it over Dylan Sheets. For the Stars, it was tight coverage, and Harwood came away with it anyway. And then a couple plays later, Dyson ran it in and gave the Chargers the lead. No good on the 2-point conversion, but they had one earlier, so it sort of canceled out, make it an even 14 there. And in terms of the Stars, what they need is to get a little bit tighter coverage on these passes. Dyson has been able to do a good job all night finding open receivers, especially over the middle of the field. Obviously, the one to Harwood was a little bit of just, I thought Sheets had good coverage, and it was just an even better pass and catch over to Harwood and Dyson.
And Blake, I think the biggest thing for the Stars right now, offense has been good, defense, it's been good at times, but the biggest thing is that the game in that second quarter was pretty messy, and it was very costly to the Stars.
Absolutely. Many penalties between both teams, but Western Boone's penalties especially hurt them. There was a drive. Western Boone ended up kicking a field goal, so they did get points out of it, but it was a long drive down the field, and Western Boone had 1st and goal at the 5 after a great catch by Carter Markham for the Stars. Put him down to the 5, and then a bunch of penalties backed him all the way up to the 22 at one point. They did get up to the 10 and were able to kick the field goal by Philip Talbot, which was good for him about 27 out. But still unable to capitalize there. Big mistakes by the Stars. We'll get you some score updates in just a second after this kickoff. Other games in the Sagamore Conference, in fact, updating as we speak. But first, we'll go ahead and take a look at this kickoff here. Philip Talbot's going to kick it off. Chargers have a huge opportunity to try and take a multi-score lead. Stars defense with a chance to try and slow them down. Second half kickoff right here. Returned over to the right side. Good tackle right there. Over, I believe. That one trying to see who the number was there.
That would be Malachi, number 8.
Malachi Christie, you're right. Couldn't tell if it was an 8 or a 6 between him and Luke Jackson. They're both on the field right now. On the defense for Western Boone, at the 23-yard line is where the Chargers are going to start this one. Bit of a longer drive they'll need than some of the other ones they've had tonight, but they've been able to drive the length of the field before. Dyson getting ready for the first snap on offense of half number 2. Snap a low one to Dyson. Throws it to the left side. Has some room. Quick run right there and pick up of about 9, maybe even all 10 of what they needed right there. Solid run. Talbot on the tackle. It was so quick I couldn't even catch the number of who the receiver was. So second down and 1. Half a minute into quarter number 3 here. North Montgomery up 4. Second down and 1. Handoff. I believe that was Hopkins there actually on the carry. Very little gain, if any. Great stop by the Western Boone defensive front and makes it 3rd and 1. A very, very important 3rd down and 1 here Be interesting to see what North Montgomery goes for. Dyson's in shotgun right now. Ready for the snap. Takes it's going to run it himself. Pitches it to the outside, and that's going to get the first down. First down and more to Hopkins on the outside. A first down for North Montgomery. A very good decision by Dyson. Thought about keeping it himself on the option play. Instead, pitched it over to Hopkins when he saw that he himself couldn't get the first down, and Hopkins was able to capitalize. First down to the 40-yard line. A lot of pitch plays so far for the Chargers mixed in with these passes from Dyson. Go the quick pass over to the right side. Utterback with the catch. Not going to get much. And that is Bruins on the tackle. Jacob Smith in there as well, but Bruins got the primary hit, and it's second down. And about 10. Looks like no gain on the play. Bruins is flying all over the field so far tonight, as he always does. Game number 5 here for both teams. Dyson looking to pass again, has time, now moves out to the left. Looking for a receiver, throws it just out of bounds. Incomplete right there. Good decision by him to get rid of it. Had Talbot bringing the pressure. Incomplete, third down and 10. And Andrew, this might be the biggest opportunity so far for Western Boone to stop the Chargers offense.
Absolutely, Blake. Stars are definitely looking, while Chargers have this possession, to have a dominant defense to really set the tone for this second half.
Absolutely. They're going to need it too. Trailing for the first time at a half all season. They've had 4 halftime leads. This has resulted in 3 wins and 1 loss. Trying to make sure they can come back in the second half. Dyson looking to pass over the middle of the field, and it's broken away. That's a great play by Dylan Sheets as he got it away from Utterback. Really nice pass breakup, and to get the 4th down. You see that right there. Really just tight coverage, Andrew. That's what we were talking about a little bit. The Stars, their primary need on defense was to be a little tighter in these passing situations and to stay close to the receivers at all times, and that's what Sheets was able to do. Punted away right here, nearly got blocked. It's muffed and picked up by Cannon Bruins, just able to save it. Mason Tomes is the one who muffed it, and Bruins slid in there just in time to save it.
Definitely nerve-wracking for the Stars, Blake.
Absolutely. Could have been a disaster for Western Boone. Saw that one kind of wobbled a bit. It was a little hard to keep track of. And Tomes, lucky that Bruins was right there to save it. Actually got them a little better field position than if Tomes had just fair caught it right there. Up to the 42-yard line. Western Boone trying to get moving, trying to get a touchdown. They got one within 1:16 in the first quarter and have only scored 1 field goal since. Quick throw to the outside is incomplete. That looked like a forward pass to me. Some folks thought it was backwards, but I think that one was forwards. There was a flag anyway, and I think it's an illegal shift on Western Boone. That is what it is. It's an illegal shift right there. And that'll move the Stars back. That was a very close play right there. It wouldn't have counted anyway because the illegal shift would have nullified the play from the beginning. That's why they blew it dead and didn't just let it go to see. But because of the illegal shift penalty, blows the play dead, and Stars will get 1st and 15. Avoid any chance at a disaster right there. Handoff Bruins, and he gets back near the original line of scrimmage, gets about 5. Second down and 10 for Western Boone. .52 to go right there. Potter really has not passed a lot in this game. Mostly the Stars have kept it on the ground. Tried to get the quick scream on the illegal shift call. He is going to look to pass it right here. There's immediate pressure. Harwood behind him. Throws it to the sideline. Was that caught or is it incomplete? We'll see. Incomplete. That was Carson Saunders who tried to come up with the play. Harwood brought the immediate pressure behind Potter. Tried to get it to Carson Saunders, one of his favorite targets. Incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Seems as though mentally he's struggling, Blake. Trailing into the second half, I think, might have taken a little bit of a toll on his confidence.
Maybe a little bit there. Hasn't completed many passes so far tonight. Had the big one to Carter Markham on a quick pass that ended up getting a good chunk of yards. Not a lot besides that. Western Boone takes a timeout right here.
However, Blake, just like I said before, all it takes is one good pass for him to start getting some confidence in his arm, and, you know, anything can happen from there.
Absolutely, and this would be a huge opportunity if he's able to convert. It's 3rd and long, though, one of the tougher situations the Stars offense has been in. Real quick during this timeout, get you updates on other Sagamore Conference games currently going on. Tri-West, the game was tied at the half, 0-0. Tri-West finally did get the first score of the game. It's 7-0 Tri-West over Danville. Lebanon 42-0 over Frankfurt in the 4th quarter right there. Might have running clock going, and Southmont 34-12 over Crawfordsville at the half. Obviously this game 14-10. North Montgomery trying to pull off a huge win. Western Boone trying to avoid their 2nd straight loss. Did not have consecutive losses last year. Only had 2 all season. One of them was to Tri-West in the 4th week. Second one was the sectional game, the sectional semifinal versus Danville. 3rd down and 10. Potter looking to pass. Has some time. Goes deep downfield. That one incomplete. Over the head of Fortner. And that's going to force the Stars once again to punt. They've really struggled ever since that first drive to put much together on offense. There's 8:31 in this quarter. It's 4th and 10. They'll have to punt it away with Philip Talbot. Move the protectors up closer to the line. Talbot kicks it away. And that one is muffed. And able to bring it in, but going to take the tackle. That one all the way back to the 24-yard line. It was Harwood who tried to bring it in and muffed it. Did fall back on top of it, and the huge tackle brought him down to the 24. So a couple drives in a row now that the Chargers have had tough field position. The first one from their own 23, this one from their own 24. Actually, they'll call it on their own 23 on this one as well, so identical starting field positions. And they got 1 first down on that drive initially, and then were not able to convert the next one. Quick handoff over to the right side. Going to pick up a solid gain there. And that was Rowan Utterback there. Picked up, looks like about 5 yards, and that is what it is, 2nd and 5. Stars trying to get another defensive stop after their offense had another drive pretty much go nowhere. Dyson will keep it himself, not going to get much though. Well, actually does fight forward, actually might have fought forward for the first down there. That is what it is, first down. It looked initially like he wasn't going to get there and fought forward for that last yard. Good play by Dyson to get the first. He's been the big presence for the offense tonight for the Chargers. He's done pretty much all that he can. That's why they've got this lead over Western Boone. Dyson over to the left side. Picks up a good chunk of yardage. A 7-yard gain right there. Andrew had the option, could have gone with the pitch, but kept himself and got the first down.
Yeah, right now it seems that anything Dyson goes for, he has a pretty good chance of breaking through, whether that be running it himself, pitching it, or, he has a lot of options, and they seem to be working out for him.
Absolutely. 2nd and 3. 6:53 in quarters number 3. Chargers leading 14-10. Dyson back to pass, and he is taken down. Talbot was one of the stars who got there. I believe Carter Markham might have also been in there for Western Boone. Third down and 6, a huge play. Western Boone traveling crowd making some noise now as they trail by 4 with about 6 minutes left in this quarter. Dyson back to pass over the middle, incomplete. Off the hands of Rowan Utterback. 4th down and 6 in the second straight defensive stop by Western Boone. After a defensive stop in the between by North Montgomery, is going to force another punt from the Chargers, and the Stars, Andrew, really did need that one to try and just stay close in this game.
Yes, they did, Blake. Now with about 2.5 minutes less than what they had before, they will get possession again, but the Stars are really going to have to make some moves soon if they want to pull ahead.
Going to be a false start right there on that play. Got off a little too early there on the punt, so it's going to back Chargers up a few extra yards. Might not make too huge of a difference considering they're punting anyway.
All start against North Montgomery.
4th and 11 now. This one punted away, very nearly blocked again. Fortner does bring it in clean this time. Flags down. We're going to see what this call is. Curse who had the punt. Fortner brought it in. He got past the 40-yard line. Looks like every ref threw a flag, and it looks like that one's going to go against Western Boone yet again.
Illegal block in the back is the call.
It's a block in the back against Western Boone. Backs him up again, had very good field position, and it's not going to count for anything now. Andrew, these penalties have really killed Western Boone in this game.
Yeah, Blake, we were hoping for a little bit of a cleaner game coming into the second half, but so far that hasn't really been showing up. Still pretty messy, and seems as though overall it's been more detrimental to the Stars.
Absolutely. Early on it looked like it was going against North Montgomery, but really throughout the second half of last quarter and the first half of this quarter really has hurt Western Boone a lot, especially since they're now trailing by 4. So they get the ball to the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff there to Bruins. And I believe didn't quite catch who had made the tackle there. But Bruins nearly broke through, but did get tackled right at the end, only going to pick up a few yards. Gets about 4 at 2nd down. Call it 5 and call it 2nd and 5 now. It's a flag again. It's a false start again. Stars have not been able to clean it up. Really struggling with all these penalties. And this has definitely been the worst penalty game they've played all season.
Absolutely, and I don't know, man. What's it going to take for those Stars to clean it up?
I'm not sure. They're going to have to start doing it soon if they want a chance to stay in this game, because their defense is getting stops. It's gotten 2 stops in a row. But if the offense just keeps getting pushed back, they're not going to be able to do much.
Obviously, there weren't as many penalties last week, but right now it seems like it's still on the offense to really pick up what they're doing and try to get a win, But right now they're still trailing.
Chargers trying to see if they can hold Western Boone the rest of this game. That is a run by Bruins. Gets a good chunk and gets past the 35 to around the 36-yard line is where they will mark it. Makes it 3rd down and medium here. 3rd and 4 was what it's marked as, with 4:50 to go in this quarter. A huge 3rd down play. See if Western Boone can pick this one up. Potter back to pass. Throws it open, man. 1st down, Western Boone. That's Carson Saunders, who was unable to make the grab earlier on the sideline, but makes it this time and gets open for the 1st down, and it's a huge conversion for Western Boone. A huge throw by Brandon Potter, Andrew. You mentioned not many completions. That's a big one right there.
Yeah, he finally got what he was looking for to Saunders, and Blake, he's going to have to really hold here if he wants to keep it going.
Handoff here is to, that's Jacob Smith right there on the carry. He picks up a few yards. Gets 3 is what they will call it, 2nd and 7. Looked like about 3 or 4, so they call it 3 and call it 2nd and 7. Up to their own 47-yard line. Stars just got the 1st down on the pass to Carson Saunders from Brandon Potter. Trying to avoid any more penalties on this drive. Potter with the handoff to Bruins, and he gets a big run. He gets close to the 1st down. He might have it. Looks like they'll call him just a tad short. Be 3rd down and maybe a little less than a yard. Looks like they'll mark it back just around that spot at the 47-yard line. They need to get to the 46 for a 1st down. See what the Stars call here. Potter's under center. He'll just keep it himself and get the 1st down. Good job by the Stars offensive line to push it forward, and Potter, all he has to do is fall forward and gets that 1 yard and more. Actually picked up around 3 on that sneak. So 1st down, Western Boone. And Andrew, they got a little bit of rhythm going here.
Yeah, Blake, they just got to keep it going. And, you know, after that pass, they've kind of gone back to smaller plays. And I don't know, man. With less and less time left in this quarter, I really think they're going to have to make a bigger move.
Seems like so far they've been able to work their way down a little bit. Big run right here. Oh, but just gets tripped up as Bruins. Still a solid gain. It's a flag down. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was Soul on the tackle, number 10. Can't quite, going to see what the penalty was for. Might have been a taunt, is what I might have heard for a second. On the tackle, might have done a little bit too much after that. It's a personal foul officially. I believe that is. It's a taunt. And that pushes the Chargers back even more. Now, Andrew, the Chargers making some penalties.
Yeah, Blake, we saw that earlier, but if you remember earlier, it was followed up by some penalties from the Stars. So hopefully, for the Stars' sake, they don't repeat that.
Absolutely. That one's going to give Western Boone much better position on the field. Actually going to push them inside the 25 to around the 24 is where they will mark it. 1st and 10 for Western Boone. First really promising drive for the Stars since that field goal drive. Hand off to Smith, not going to get much. 2nd down. I believe it was Hopkins who made the tackle. He's been very good so far on both sides of the ball, and he gets a tackle right there. Stars trailing by 4, about 2 minutes in this 3rd quarter left. You're going to call it a 1 yard gain officially by Jacob Smith to make it 2nd and 9. Tomes in motion, he gets the carry and gets away. It's going to pick up a first down, just barely gets tripped up past the first down marker. Nearly was able to get in.
Great run by Tomes. Replay showing.
Show this right here. Yeah, look at this. One cut, two cut. Nearly got the third. Just gets tripped up, but it's a first down for Western Boone. Down to the 11, so not quite first and goal. First and 10 at the 11. In order to get a first, they need to get to the 1. In order to get a touchdown, obviously, just get all 11. Potter up at the line. Pitch to the outside, wide open room. But great job closing the edge right there. That's Harwood again. Markham was the man in motion. Had some room initially, but Harwood closed it up quickly. Only able to pick up a couple of yards. Harwood just, with his pure speed, able to close the gap and make a great tackle on Carter Markham. We're under a minute to go in the third quarter. Stars knocking on the door, but trailing still by 4. 2nd and 8 right here at the 9-yard line. False start again for Western Boone. That's got to be their 5th one tonight, 4th or 5th, I believe. And another critical moment down in the red zone. They have another penalty, Andrew.
Yeah, right when they were getting close, it comes right back to bite them in the butt. They really got to clean their game up if they want to keep these movements down the field.
Absolutely. And to start this drive, they did have another one of those false start penalties, but ended up getting the first down. Ever since then, no penalties for the Stars, actually penalties against the Chargers. But there, Western Boone with another false start penalty. They've had a few of those tonight. So that pushes them back to the 14. Need 13 for the first. Bruins with a good carry. Gets down inside the 5-yard line. And he'll make it very manageable for Western Boone. The good cut on the inside. See where they officially mark this one. We're under 10 seconds in this third quarter, and with that, we're just going to go into the next quarter. So with that, we'll be back for the fourth quarter of action on WBTV Sports right after this.
IGH Steel is a local family-owned company that provides all of your metal cutting, powder coating, fabricating, and even all your welding needs. IGH Steel has been serving Central Indiana since 2009. Give Scott, Penny, John, and Jim Nyrider a call at 765-482-7534. That's IGH Steel.
WBTV would like to give a special thanks to Nick Throkeld for being a longtime sponsor of the Western Boone Radio TV class. And just like Nick's dedication to Western Boone, he's dedicated to making sure all your insurance needs are taken care of. Give Nick a call at Ellinger Riggs Insurance for all your personal, farm, business, and life insurance needs. That's Ellinger Riggs Insurance at 765-790-4365.
Thanks to JL Hardwood and Flooring Restorations for making this broadcast possible. Our friends at JL Hardwood and Flooring Restorations do custom inlays, refinishing, laminate, and vinyl plank flooring. Give Jesse and Kristen a call at 765-894-5978 or check them out on Facebook. That's JL Hardwood.
Welcome back here. Fourth quarter, no score in the second half so far. Quarter 3 was 0-0. North Montgomery still holding their 14-10 lead. Stars have it at the 5-yard line. 3rd and 5 right here. Handoff is to Bruins. He gets very close. Let's see where they mark this one. They're going to call it 4th and 1, I believe, at the 2-yard line. I believe that first down mark still is at the 1, so it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 right here. Stars trying to get it. False start again, Western Boone. They cannot get this. Never mind. My mistake. The initial indication looked like maybe a false start, but they're actually going to call it an offsides penalty, Andrew. So my mistake on that one.
You're all good, Blake. I forgive you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That could be a first. So it looks like fourth and about the length of, like, the monitor we're looking at, Andrew. Never mind. They're going to call it a first down for Western Boone. First and goal at the 1. So it was so close initially, and they end up changing the measure, and they give it to the Stars. First and goal at the 1-yard line. Bruins is in for the touchdown. Easy as it goes for Cannon Bruins. The offsides penalty certainly helped. And Western Boone now back on top for the first time since late in quarter number 2. 16-14. So Talbot back for an extra point attempt. Trying to see if he can give the Stars a 3-point lead. Extra point is up and good. Stars with a 17-14 lead on a long drive. Initially, I really thought that was a false start initially, but guess the jump happened before the Stars had any movement. And Bruins with the easy cut right there, as easy as it comes on first and goal. You see it there, Clayton Unroe going up and hyping up Cannon Bruins after making a key block right there.
It's exactly what the Stars were looking for the past, well, about quarter and, what would you say, a fourth?
Quarter and change, pretty much, yeah. I think that's about right. Really, since that first drive of the game, to be completely honest, they did get a field goal late in the second quarter, but that first drive that took only a minute 16, Stars went all the way downfield and scored.
That is true.
Have not been able to do much since then. That was a huge drive for them. They take the lead. North Montgomery trying to pull off a huge win here. Western Boone trying to get their 4th win going into next week's homecoming game, where they'll take on Frankfurt. This is also North Montgomery's homecoming game tonight, should mention, so maybe playing with a little extra fire to honor the homecoming tradition. Talbot getting ready to kick it away. 11:26, still plenty of time for both teams, as Western Boone goes back on top 17-14. Talbot kicks it on the left side. This one is fielded around the 30-yard line and taken forward there. Pretty solid return. And that was Noah Hopkins, who's made a lot of big plays tonight. Might have actually been Jack Warren on that. Don't want to get that wrong. Jack Warren on the return. I saw the 4. So, 1st and 10 now, up to the 33-yard line. 11:21, and the Chargers trying to put together another drive like the one they had before the half, Andrew. Was pretty masterful, but they haven't been able to do it since.
Very true.
1st and 10 at the 33. Ross Dyson trying to put some magic together. Handoff right here. Not going to go anywhere. Soul was not able to get away. Drew Gott and Luke Jackson, I believe Dylan Sheets was also in the area.
Stars defense finally starting to close in like they've been trying for most of the game.
Absolutely. That first half, not the best for the Stars defense, but the second half, it's been 2 drives for North Montgomery where they have not gotten very far, haven't even gotten into Western Boone territory this half. 2nd and 9 as the Stars defense begins to tighten things up a little bit. Dyson with a single back behind him in shotgun. Low snap, picks it up. Good job by him. Throws it over the middle, and that one is incomplete. Out of reach of Rowan Utterback. Fortner was actually closer to it, but past everybody. It's 3rd down and 9. Another huge defensive play. If the Stars can get the stop here, that'll give the offense a chance to try and put this one a little bit more out of reach. .10:37 to go in quarter number 4. Stars have the lead, 17-14. Chargers 3rd and 9. Dyson takes a snap, looking around, has plenty of time, throws to an open man on the right sideline, and he's going to get the first down and more! He might go! Just tripped up. I believe it was Christie who just barely made the play for the Stars.
If Christie did not have that tackle, that very easily would have been one more touchdown for the North Montgomery Chargers, Blake.
And that was Austin Soul out of the backfield. And you're right, it was Malachi Christie who just barely tripped him up. Would have been a touchdown right there and would have given them back the lead. Huge play by Christie, but the even bigger one by Soul gets him inside the 30 of Western Boone. 1st and 10 with 10 left to go. Dyson looking around, evades the pressure, this time is taken down. Jacob Smith with the tackle, not quite a sack as Dyson does manage to get just back to the line of scrimmage. But Jacob Smith, and with a number of Western Boone defenders as well, it's Smith who comes up with the tackle. He was the last one over there. He makes a huge play for Western Boone to prevent a big run by Dyson. 2nd and 10 with about 9:30 left to go. For North Montgomery trailing by 3. Hopkins has room on the right side. There's a flag down. And it looked like that one looks definitely good. That's going to come back. Had a lot of room, and there's a reason why. There was a hold on the play. Gets him pushed way back, and Andrew, that was one right there. Who knows if he would have gotten those yards without the hold, but that's another mistake.
It's very hard to tell, Blake.
It's going to be 2nd down and 20 now. Western Boone defense, after giving up the big play, might have them where they want them. But don't put it past Ross Dyson to make some magic. He's done it before in this game with the 38-yard pass on 4th and 5. He set up the Chargers at the 2, and he eventually ran it in for a score. But they have not scored in the second half. Only score has been a Stars touchdown to put them ahead 17-14. 2nd down and 20. Dyson in shotgun with a single back behind him. Looking back to throw, going to fire way downfield. This one is caught! Touchdown, North Montgomery! Rowan Utterback with the touchdown reception. What a throw there. On 2nd and 20, Ross Dyson.
Just as you said before, Blake, Ross Dyson, now proclaimed the magician, found that throw.
What a huge play that was, and with this one, they're going to go for 2 again. They don't kick it at all. Only problem with not kicking it is the fact that if they don't get this 2, which is more difficult, could leave them down only 3 and give the Stars a chance for a field goal. But as they go up 5 and make it a lot more difficult for the Stars with 9:15. Dyson, this one goes through his hands, and it's fumbled back. That one not going to go anywhere, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the rule is if, at least on an extra point, if it's blocked, you can't return it for 2 like you can at some later levels. But in this case, I'm not 100% certain what would happen on that 2-pointer. But here's the touchdown. Heck of a throw right there on the money to Rowan Utterback. Ross Dyson with a heck of a throw. It wasn't even bad coverage either. But when you're throwing dimes like that, Andrew, coverage doesn't really matter.
Very true, Blake. Also impressive on the camera coverage, Carson Duvall.
Absolutely, you're completely right. That was a really good camera shot right there. 9:15, Chargers with the 3-point lead. Western Boone trying to avoid what would be a fairly surprising loss for them. Got a big win over North Montgomery last year and have not been able to duplicate it this time. And as I'm saying it, the PA announcer here is saying it, Tri-West is going to pull out the victory versus Danville. They're now up 21-0 after being tied 0-0 at the half. Tri-West going to go to 3-0 in conference. Lebanon ended up beating Frankfurt 42-6. Kickoff is muffed, but he brings it back in. Got some room on the left side. Still going. There's a flag down. I think. I might have seen it. On the near side of the field. We'll see if that one holds up. It's a block in the back on Western Boone. So every exciting play Western Boone has had has been called back, Andrew, by these penalties.
It's very unfortunate for the Stars, but right now the home crowd, North Montgomery, is absolutely loving it.
For sure, these penalties have hurt both teams at times, but Western Boone seems to have taken more of the critical penalties so far. Get the ball at the 30-yard line instead of what would have been past midfield because of the block in the back. So Brandon Potter going out there trying to get the Stars offense to respond after the touchdown drive by the Chargers. Stars trailing by 3 on the road. Handoff here. Believe that was Bruins on the carry. Got a few yards there, so every time it looks like Bruins is down really short, he manages to push forward for a couple more, but still 2nd down and 7. That's unbelievable. That's another false start penalty on Western Boone. We're near in double digits now at this point, Andrew.
I know, Blake. What is happening out there with them?
I can't tell at this point. It seems like it's something every time with these false start penalties. A lot of self-inflicted errors we have not seen from Western Boone this season so far. This entire game has really been a penalty fest. We've seen a lot of yellow in this game for two teams with colors of red, white, and blue, and orange and kind of darker blue. We've seen a lot of yellow so far.
I know, Blake. It's weird how many there are.
Potter's looking to throw to the outside. That one incomplete. Low throw, and Saunders unable to bring it in. And it's 3rd down and 12. 8:15 to go. Incompletion stops the clock, but you got to think this is a huge drive for Western Boone. Third down and long. Really, 3rd down in general at times has been tough for the Stars, but this one in particular, 3rd down and longs, has been almost impossible at times. See if they can resolve that. Potter back to pass. Quick screen, batted down. Harwood knocks it down, and he is making all the plays on this defense right now. 4th down, 8:11 to go, and the Stars have struggled yet again on offense as they're going to have to punt this one away.
Seems the North Montgomery defense has been everywhere on the field they've needed to be at the right time.
Chargers looking for a shocking win after the loss to Lebanon last week, trying to rebound here at home on homecoming night. Kick downfield, this one bounds past the 30. Good punt by Philip Talbot to the 26-yard line. This is another huge spot for the Stars defense. It's been up and down. They've had a lot of quick stops, and they've had a lot of long drives given up. Really not a ton of in-between. Even on the drive where the Chargers were last on the field, they got them to 2nd and 20 thanks to a penalty and gave it up right away. So it's been up and down for the Stars defense so far. First and 10, 8:01 to go. Chargers at the 26-yard line.
He hadn't moved his right arm since that first drive.
Ross Dyson trying to see if he can close this one out for the Chargers. Dyson going to take it up the middle. Gets a solid run there. What could have been a quick tackle, ended up getting a good chunk. It was Cannon Bruins on the tackle for the Stars. Second down and 4 for North Montgomery. We're down to about 7:30 left. Huge drive for the Stars defense to try and give their offense a shot in this one. Dyson looking to pass. Gonna toss it downfield. He overthrew it. Incomplete. That one was a miss. Harwood, who's made a lot of the big plays tonight.
You know, Blake, the Chargers offense is doing a great job at giving Dyson all the time it seems that he needs.
Absolutely. The offensive line has not been a ton of a struggle on some of these drives. And Dyson has had time. That one, a bit of an overthrow. But he's hit a lot of those so far tonight, including the touchdown earlier. Dyson looking on third down, going to throw it to the outside. That is caught, and that's a first down.
It's absolutely one of the differences between the Chargers and the Stars tonight. Dyson is getting all the time he needs, and seems like Brandon Potter just has to be rushed at times.
It was Curse on the catch. And a good job by Dyson to find the open man on a huge down right there. 7 minutes to go. Clock running. Stars only have 2 timeouts. They already had to take one earlier. Could come back to hurt them later. Dyson, the snap goes past him. He does get on it. Smart play by him. Somebody's helmet came up on the play as well for North Montgomery. Dyson did a heck of a job to just get on that after a bad snap. Could have been a huge play for the Stars, but that will help them. That was Jacob Hughes, the senior on the offensive line for North Montgomery, who lost his helmet, has to go out for a play because of it. So now, looks like second and 20 here. Handoff, Utterback has some room on the right sideline. And he got grabbed by the face mask, and that's another self-inflicted penalty. Western Boone might be giving them the first down right here. Would have had the tackle anyway, did not have to grab by the face mask. That one was blatant. I saw that one right away. That's the call, face mask. We'll see, there's not going to get the first down, or will get the first down rather, just enough. The game was 4-5. Would not have given them a first down otherwise. They had him where they wanted him again, Andrew, and that penalty, again, has hurt the Stars so much tonight.
It's been absolutely detrimental to the Stars, and we thought maybe they'd clean it up coming into the second half, but now late, or in the second half of the fourth quarter, they haven't cleaned it up.
I tell you, regardless of who ends up winning this game, head coach Justin Pelley is going to have a lot to discuss with his team about all these penalties. Been the worst penalty game that the Stars have played by far this year. Dyson takes it himself up the middle. He's going to get another first down. He's doing it all, and he's bringing down the Stars defense right now. What a fake that one was. Fortner had the tackle, but 4:47 and counting. This is getting very dangerous for Western Boone. A couple more first downs and North Montgomery can win this thing and not even give Brandon Potter and the offense a chance. And the run has worked as well for the Chargers, which has been huge for them. So they haven't had to take any chances with passes. No incompletions. Run to the outside. Nobody is there. Over to the left side. Christie made the tackle. Hopkins had the carry. They're going to mark it a first down.
First down.
There's the replay there. Just nobody in front of him. Christie did make a good tackle, but it's a first down. That was Hopkins on the outside. 4 minutes and counting, and Western Boone needs a stop now more than ever. First and 10 at the Western Boone 30. Dyson with the handoff. Open room again. Soul does get tackled after a gain of about 6. Second and 4. We're under 3:30 in this game, and North Montgomery on the verge of a stunning win if they can hold on for these last few minutes. And the Stars defense, which had done a good job at times stopping the run, has really struggled on this drive. Second and 4 here. Up the middle for Dyson. So close. Not going to get it quite yet, but he's 3rd and 1, and they've not had much trouble picking it up when they've been at this 3rd and 1 situation. So Stars are going to have to change that if they want to get a chance in this game. They've only got 2 timeouts left, and they're going to be around the 2:10 mark, I believe. 2:15 if they let the play clock go all the way down is when this play will start. 3rd down and 1, maybe the biggest play of the game. Dyson's in shotgun. 2 backs. Hopkins pushes forward for the first down. Had him stuffed for a second, and he just backs his way in.
Blake, the Stars are on that line of if they don't do something now, they probably won't have another chance for the rest of this game.
This is the final opportunity they're going to have. At this point, I believe, if I'm doing my math right, they'll have a little under a minute if they can even get the stops they need. One more first down ends this game. Chargers do not need to snap this until the final couple of seconds on the play clock. Down to 6 on the play clock now. Minute 45. They snap it at 1. It's a handoff. Soul stays in bounds. Picks up a solid chunk right there.
Nearing a minute and a half left in this quarter.
Western Boone takes their second timeout. A minute 36 left.
How about that offensive line? Woo!
1:36, 1 timeout. Andrew, this is the shot for the Western Boone defense. They need to make have one last chance to get a stop. They need to make it here. If not, this game will be over. And North Montgomery will win on their homecoming night and send the Stars with their 2nd straight loss. Second and 6 right now. They're at the Western Boone 16-yard line. Do not have a kicking game, so they can't think about kicking a field goal here. Gonna just go for it, you would assume, if it gets to a 4th down. And even at this point, Andrew, with all the issues the Western Boone offense has had, even if they do get a shot, it's going to be difficult for them to get down the field.
Very difficult. The only way they'd have this is if they just immediately clean up their game and get possession of the ball and take it all the way down the field. But at this point, it's getting highly unlikely.
Chargers have a 2nd and 6 here. Trying to put this one away. Handoff. Hopkins pushed forward for a good gain, but not quite at the first. Picks up a few. There's a flag down as well. It's going to be a false start. Either a false start or maybe an illegal formation right there. So, minute 30. Stars do elect to accept the penalty. So they lose about 6 seconds there, but make it more difficult. So it's now 2nd and 11 at the 21. The play of the game potentially coming up. We'll see if a first down is gotten by North Montgomery. That's going to end it. If the Stars can make those stops, they will get one final opportunity to try and right the ship after what has been a frustrating game penalty-wise for them.
And to do that, they'd have to be playing close to flawlessly, don't you think, Blake?
Absolutely, and they really have not been able to do that most of this game, especially with all those penalties. Officials talking real quick.
Should be a live clock.
1:30 to go here. Believe because Western Boone had a timeout before, that's why the clock is stopped still. If I'm not mistaken on that one. 2nd and 11. Handoff here to the outside. Good tackle. Stars take their final timeout. Rowan Utterback, the carrier. So North Montgomery, 3rd and 9. You think, Andrew, this is going to be the spot where they're going to have 2 more chances to pick this one up. They do not have a kicking game. We've seen it. They've had only 2-point conversions after touchdowns. So no field goal unit of any type to go out there and make this a 6-point game if it gets to that point. So they're definitely going to be going for it on 4th down.
And we've been saying it here for about 2 minutes. You know, this really is the Stars' last chance to try and come back from this trailing that they've been on for a while now.
Stars got a few seconds back. I guess Coach Justin Pelley called the timeout with 1:25 and a few more ticked off. So it's 1:25, 3rd and 9. You think here it's going to be about a little under a minute left, I believe, and that's when the Chargers will be forced to try and go for it unless they get the first down here. And if they get it here, game over.
Run wide here. Take 4, 5, 6 seconds.
Game clock starts back up. Huge play for both of these teams right here. Dyson taken down right away. And that's Xander Venus who made the initial pressure and got bombarded by a host of Stars. Gets sacked for -3.
But the clock's still ticking, Blake. Stars are running out of time for any hope at coming back from this.
Going to be very difficult. That was about as good a play as the Stars could have gotten right there. Going to bring it down all the way, you'd assume. 4th and, I believe, 12. They have not updated the scoreboard. Now they do. 4th and 12. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Under 40 in the game. And Chargers are going to call a timeout. And it's a smart decision as they're able to let every second tick off the clock that they can. So it's going to be 37 seconds and likely a few seconds left in terms of what the Stars will have if they can get the stop on 4th and 12 here. And so it's going to be extremely difficult, Andrew, but the defense has an opportunity to at least give them a shot with a little over 30 seconds left.
That's true, Blake. However, the Stars' offense, if they get possession of this ball, they're going to have to play better than they have this entire game.
Absolutely. Can't have any penalties on what would be a final try of a drive. Remember, though, they do not need a touchdown. They can just go down and try and get into makeable range for Philip Talbot. Problem is, that's going to be pretty close to the end zone, though, so that's going to be tough.
That is true.
It is possible, but they need to get the stop first before they can even have an opportunity to do that.
And just like you said, if they get this stop, they need to, they can't have any penalties, Blake.
Absolutely. Definitely can't have one on this play either. Penalty here can give them the first down. 4th and 12. Dyson in shotgun. Going to throw it. Why not? Clock's going to stop either way. He's going to pass it over the middle. It's incomplete. And Sheets nearly came up with the interception, but that might have actually been a better play because Stars are going to get the ball at around the 20 instead of would have been inside the 5. So
Stay out there!
Western Boone with a chance, 31 seconds left, very difficult, but they do have the ball. It's going to take Brandon Potter being on the top of his game right now in order to get them into makeable field goal range for Philip Talbot.
Definitely a lot of pressure on Brandon Potter right now. He's been struggling this game, but who knows, maybe he can pull this off right here.
31 seconds would be a huge moment for him if he's able to do so. But this North Montgomery defense has been very imposing so far. No timeouts left. Chargers are going to take a timeout here.
So last week at Lebanon,
31 seconds left.
personal fouls happened over the Lebanon sideline. We couldn't hear, but all of a sudden, like 30 Lebanon fans turned around, stood up, and said, "Hey!" They started.
North Montgomery, this has been a pretty
Marley was watching the game on my
shocking game for the Stars. They did not
She sent me a text and who said
go into this one thinking,
I said, I'm pretty sure.
you know, how competitive it was going to be. They've had success over the Chargers before in the past, but they very well could come out of this one shocked.
Definitely a game of mentality and, well, most definitely penalties tonight.
Hey, they can still hand it off that dude. He can rumble along.
And the thing is, though, that Western Boone, it's almost seemed like the Chargers have had that belief all night that they can beat the Stars. Stars maybe just having a little more trouble at getting their own belief up.
I mean, it's homecoming for North Montgomery. The fire is there, and we'll see on this last play if the Stars have it.
31 seconds left, up 3. Potter going to roll left, looking for a man, fires it. It is incomplete, nearly caught.
25 seconds left.
Believe Saunders was the target. 25 seconds left. Stars trying to get something going here with 25 seconds left and no timeouts. It's going to be important for them to also try and get out of bounds as much as they can to stop the clock. Potter back to pass, has plenty of time. He's just going to have to run it himself. Will get out of bounds with a first down past the 31, but loses about 8 seconds on that play, about 7.5 rather. 17.5 seconds left here. Stars have a first down. You're going to need a lot more of the field to go. Chargers with a 3-point lead here on homecoming night. At the 33-yard line, their own 33, 1st and 10. Trying to pick their way into field goal range. Potter back to pass again. Throws it over the middle, and that one is incomplete. Off his foot, it actually went up and got intercepted. That'll end it. That one, yep, for sure, went off Carson Saunders' foot. That's Brandon Potter's first interception of the season off the tip ball. Took a chance in the middle. Want to point out, by the way, good sportsmanship from Jaden Thompson, who was close in coverage on that play, went up, saw Saunders on the ground struggling to get up, and went over and helped Saunders up. And North Montgomery is going to walk away from this one with a shocking win after last week's slip-up against Lebanon. Chargers take it at home on homecoming night. And the Stars walk away, Andrew, with plenty of questions to ask.
Plenty of questions indeed, Blake. But the Chargers, all of them here, home crowd, team, they're on top of the world.
Absolutely. One of the biggest wins for North Montgomery in quite a while. Really, this game was not close last year, and the Stars had a dominant win then, and North Montgomery comes in and shocks Western Boone here at home. We're going to go ahead and take a break here. We'll be back with some end-of-game analysis on WBTV Sports after this.
Whitaker Glass and Mirror, located across from the Lebanon Municipal Building, has been serving the Boone County area for nearly 15 years. Whitaker takes care of windows, specialty glass, mirrors, windshields, and more. Contact Troy and Janie at 765-482-1500 or online at www.whitglass.com.
Hi, I'm Anita B. from Anita B. Beauty, LLC. I'm a registered nurse, proud Lebo grad, fine line tattoo, and microblading artist. I offer 3-inch fine line tattoos starting at $100. Popular designs include birth flowers, loved ones' handwriting, and custom design work. Additionally, I offer eyebrow microblading. We are located across from the Lebanon Library at the Glow House, where my business partner, Alita Jackson, offers teeth whitening and spray tans. And don't forget to mention this ad to get $5 off your next service. Go Stars!
Hello, I'm linebacker Kanan Bruns, out to thank Western Boone Youth Football for sponsoring WBTV Sports. Western Boone Youth Football building tomorrow's state champions.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There's the answer code.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Do you need shirts for a school, business, club, or anything else? Give Willie Smith and Smith Tees Screen Printing a call. Smith Tees will give you excellent service with satisfaction guaranteed. Just call 765-436-7930.
The Jamestown Lions Club is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports in the entire Western Boone community. Contact President John Waymeyer at 765-481-7917 for more information on how you can help support the mission of the Jamestown Lions Club. The Jamestown Lions Club, a great place to call home.
Okay, we're back here. North Montgomery with a shocking win over Western Boone here tonight. We're going to name the Defender Pilot Service Defender of the Game. We're actually going to give the shared award tonight. I've got 3 names in mind right here, Andrew, who made huge impacts. All these guys really made plays on both sides of the ball, but some of the guys who came to mind on defense included Jaden Thompson, Kelby Harwood, Corbin Meadows, and Roman Utterback. So I guess that's 4, but all those guys had huge plays, particularly Meadows, who was quietly getting a lot of pressure on the Western Boone offense throughout the game. So,
And Blake, that's the for North Montgomery, that's the first win against the Western Boone Stars in 9 years. Last win was 2014, 8-0.
Yeah, it's been a little while since North Montgomery's beaten Western Boone. Stars came out tonight, Andrew, and this is going to be the story of it. so many penalties for both teams, but particularly the Stars really just shot themselves in the foot repeatedly with all these, especially these false start penalties.
And going into next week with our homecoming, the Stars homecoming, Stars are going to have to clean up their game, and, well, they're going to have to get that fire in their hearts if they want to take the win next week.
Absolutely, you're right, Andrew. One final look at a couple of these scores within the Sagamore Conference. It was Tri-West ended up pulling away and winning 21-0, and with the Stars' loss tonight, they're now going to fall way back in the conference into the bottom half, in fact. In terms of the other results, it was 21-0 Tri-West over Danville at the moment. That game actually has just been finalized. Lebanon 42-6 over Frankfurt. Southmont 48-18 over Crawfordsville. So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. Western Boone Stars come here and get shocked on the road. North Montgomery gets the win 20-17. Andrew, thanks once again for coming in and doing this. Only one mention of that crystal ball, so I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you, Blake.
You did a good job of
Actually, Blake, real quick, I'm gonna whip out the crystal ball. Crystal ball is telling me next week Stars really are gonna get that fire back in their hearts, and they're definitely gonna show a lot more fight than what it seems like they showed here tonight.
Well, for the Stars' sake, certainly are hoping that your prediction is correct. Also, special shout out to Reagan Cox and Carson Duvall, and of course the great Matt Foxworthy, as always.
That's my man.
The GOAT. So, here from North Montgomery, I'm Blake Marr. Thank you so much for tuning in to WBTV Sports. We'll have homecoming next week, Western Boone versus Frankfurt. See you next time.